68 Ford Bronco. This vehicle is owned by a friend of mine from high school. He's always wanted a 68 Ford Bronco. His wife kind of surprised him with this vehicle. This is kind of one of his bucket list vehicles, a bucket list build. Always wanted an early Bronco with modern drivetrain, modern performance, modern chassis. And so here it is. I mean, this is like kind of the ultimate package. These things are red hot right now. Everyone loves the early Broncos, and now they're getting even more hype now that Ford released the new Bronco. So this project came into us about a year ago. We picked it up over, he lives in the Minneapolis area, and picked it up about a year ago, brought it in, did a full evaluation of it. It had originally had a 289 with a 3-speed. Everything was just kind of wore out. It was leaking fuel, it was leaking oil. The body was beat, it's just completely roached. So really in this situation, we didn't have much of a choice other than to order all new reproduction sheet metal. It just really wasn't worth saving the original body. Thankfully, these things are popular enough nowadays. You can get all this reproduction sheet metal, so we're taking advantage of that. And so that's what you see before you here is basically a brand new Bronco in a box with a brand new aftermarket chassis. So we had to wait, I mean, because these things are in such high demand, we had to wait about 4 months for all this sheet metal to show up. But Rory has taken this from all these boxes in about 3 days, constructed what you see here. So not for the faint of heart. This is probably not like a weekend warrior enthusiast type project. Leave this one to the professionals. But yeah, it actually, we're actually really surprised with the panel fit. The thing is actually going together quite well, considering these are overseas reproduction stamp panels. Sometimes you just don't know what you're gonna get. And so far we've been pleasantly surprised with it. Basically what we're doing is turning his old Bronco into a modern resto mod. New fenders, new quarters, new floors, new grill, be a new tailgate, new dash. And what you can't see really all that well right now is it's sitting on a Kincer chassis. And Kincer makes, in my opinion, the nicest aftermarket chassis available for these early Broncos. And this one is their Freeway series, and it's completely set up with, it comes with a fuel system, it comes with a brake system, it comes with a nice upgraded steering and suspension package, it comes with Willwood disc brakes. We source the Method wheels and the BFG off-road tires. So if he does want to take this thing off-road, it's totally ready to do that. And then, most importantly, the drivetrain package. This is a Gen 3 Coyote 5-liter Ford Performance crate engine. And we spec'd this one with a 10-speed automatic overdrive. So that way it's super user-friendly. You just drop it and drive, go. It is also mated to an Atlas II transfer case. So we'll have high and low range. If he doesn't want to get out in the woods and kind of, you know, do some trail driving with it, have a little fun with it, it's more than capable of doing some rock crawling or, you know, going through mud, whatever you want to throw at it, basically, it's ready to roll. So what we're doing right now is the process of fitting all the aftermarket sheet metal to the vehicle. And so far, pretty decent, right? I mean, yeah, overall fit.
Pretty well.
A few adjustments here and there.
A little grinding, a little cutting, but
yeah, exactly.
for being all aftermarket, it's not bad.
The benefit to doing it the way that we're doing it here versus buying, because you can buy these bodies pre-assembled, but you kind of get what you get. It's already welded together, and you have to just deal with their panel gaps, their door to quarter and their door to fender gaps. Whereas we have the benefit to actually gap the panels, set everything where we want it. On top of that, there's some modifications that need to get made to get this Gen 3 Coyote drivetrain into this early Bronco, and so there's firewall modifications that need to happen, trans-tunnel modifications, Hydro Boost brakes. That takes up a fair amount of room, and this engine bay is already a little cramped. These things were pretty tight to begin with, and those Gen 3 Coyotes are large, wide motors.
It does amazingly fit, actually. Pretty decent.
It actually fits very well. Yeah, we're actually really surprised how nice everything fits in there. But, you know, that's the other benefit of being able to build, as we call it, build a Bronco out of a box, is we can actually fit all the panels to the componentry versus having to cut and weld and grind and refit all of the panels that have already been welded together. Yeah, we're just kind of getting off the ground with this thing, and we wanted to show off kind of the process of all this panel fitment and how this whole jigsaw puzzle kind of goes together. It's definitely a measure twice and cut once scenario. Rory's using a pencil. Pencil has an eraser. Sharpies don't have erasers. So, so this is kind of phase one of this whole process. We got to kind of dry fit all of these panels together just to make sure everything's jiving properly. We get our panel gaps the way that we want them. And then we're going to kind of move into the second phase of the mock-up, where we actually start bolting the electronics. We get the ECM for the engine and the transmission. We get the vintage airbox installed. We set the gauges in, and we just kind of lay out everything that's going to be in this vehicle kind of when it's finished. And so this is a really critical, you know, part of the whole process to make sure that everything's going to jive together after body and paint. And so that's kind of what we're going to roll into after we do the dry fit of all this sheet metal. So as you can see, everything's just kind of wide open. We can lay everything out where we want it. And so the next time you see this vehicle, it'll probably have, you know, the seats, the roll bar, the gauges, the dash, the pedals, the steering column, all the wiring and the accessories bolted in this thing. And then after that, we blow it apart, body and paint, and then put it together for the last time at final assembly. So stay tuned. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Fast Freddy's. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Check you later.